Hi folks, my name's Lou Martin and welcome to LAWS51700, Criminal Law. The Criminal Law module, 30 credit module, is assessed in semester 1 by a 50 question multiple choice test on Blackboard. In semester 2, it is an exam which will be held electronically on Blackboard. So a lot of students want to know exactly what the assessment is. Well, there it is. The criminal law, I think, is an exciting and interesting module. Because criminal law is somewhat controversial or sinister, it can be quite bloodthirsty and quite thought-provoking. Most of my students tell me that they enjoy criminal law. They enjoy the cases, they can remember the cases, and they enjoy and remember the different strands of offences. So in semester 1, you're going to learn about what is criminal law, a little bit about the criminal courts, the key elements of criminal liability, because we talk about criminal liability, blameworthiness, apportioning blame to somebody for an unlawful act and giving them a punishment. You are going to cover defences, where a person can act and then justify their behaviour or excuse their behaviour by saying that they did something because they were either defending themselves, they made a mistake, or there was some reason in law which removes their criminal liability, their responsibility, or their blame. We'll also talk about different types of offences, such as the homicides, so murder and manslaughter, where people take another person's life unlawfully. We look at offences against the person, assaults, violence. We look at property offences, offences against property, theft, fraud, robbery, burglary, and criminal damage. And we also touch on sexual offences, rape, and sexual activity which is deemed unlawful. So you'll find most of the sessions quite interesting and thought-provoking. The recommended reading is this book here, which is called Complete Criminal Law, the 6th edition, from OUP, Janet Lovelace. Now, you should theoretically still be able to go on to the OUP Law Trove and have a look at this book on there and maybe download some of the chapters, the first couple of chapters. Introduction, actus reus, mens rea. Actus reus is the guilty act, mens rea is the guilty mind in a simplified way. That's required reading, that is. Recommended reading, this is my personal favourite. Unlocking Criminal Law by Tony Story. If you can get that from the library, it's good. I personally like this, it's very detailed. They're both very good. I mean, I personally like this one for like a lecturer's copy to look in quite depth. But that Complete Criminal Law is very, very good as well, and comes with an online companion site, whereas this doesn't. Now, I like this book here as a revision guide, and this is excellent for revising for the MCT and also for the exam, for the problem question aspect of the exam. So this is Fincher Fafinsky's Law Express Criminal Law. Again, that's required. That will really help. Get this one, and there's a new one coming out in next year, I think in about February time, but you'll be fine with this one. The only real big change to the law I'll discuss is around theft and dishonesty. But apart from that, you'll be fine with one of these. The module this year is going to be delivered on Blackboard, so it's commensurate with other core modules that you're going to study on the LLB. I will be holding the lectures and sessions. I'll be running them on Microsoft Teams. Last year I ran the whole module on Microsoft Teams and it proved to be quite successful, but this year the idea is that all the LLB suite of courses are delivered on Blackboard. So I will use Teams, and Teams is an excellent way to communicate and dip in and out of information, post things. So myself and my colleague, Charlie Lovett, we also have a LAWS51700 Facebook group that we post information on about cases, live cases that are at court, information that's pertinent and relevant to criminal law. So you're quite welcome to become a member of that group, and then you can see some of the cases that are coming up at the moment. I'll also post things on Microsoft Teams as well. Hopefully then you've had a look at the books that you're going to need. I've just put the Blackboard LAWS51700 site that is now available, or will be available to you shortly, so you can go and have a look at the materials and start having a look at the introduction. What I strongly recommend you do is read the introductory chapter to Complete Criminal Law, which I've put up on Blackboard, and that will give you a good strong foundation for your knowledge of criminal law as we move into the teaching. The teaching will be delivered on Teams, like I've said, using Blackboard, a mixture of Blackboard and Teams. So it is important for your employability skills that you are very familiar and confident with Teams, because obviously Blackboard is a VEL just for educational purposes. However, Teams, you'll be using that in your profession and industry, in the legal sector, in the criminal justice sector. Teams will be a platform in the future that you'll need to know about. So try and get yourself up to speed and learn how to use Teams. It will definitely benefit you when it comes to your career. If you've got any questions or any queries, then message me on Teams, which is my preferred mode of communication. If you go in the chat on Teams and send me a chat message, and let me know if you've got any problems or you need to know anything about the module. Thank you.